Hi, this is Mike Lipkin, and here are the 10 trends that I believe will determine the champions in 2016. Let me ask you a question. What is the one skill that the world's most successful people practice more than any other? Anticipation. Anticipation means that you see things before they happen. You act before others have a chance to react, and you preempt problems before they occur. You reap all the advantages that accrue to the first mover. Anticipation is equal parts instinct and intellect. The one is a function of the other. So instinct is based on your personal history. It's your conditioning to respond in the clutch moments. Intellect, on the other hand, is informed by what you feed it. It thrives on knowledge and new ideas. A healthy intellect animates a healthy instinct and vice versa. It's like a horse and its rider. The better skilled the rider, the better the horse. So your sixth sense is the result of maximizing your first five. Intuition comes from training oneself to look at the things that are not yet visible and then act on them. And the future is one of those things. It is the circumstances and conditions that will soon be real, but are still ethereal. So if you know what the clues are, you can look for them. I call them trends, signals sent by the future to help us prepare for it. So here are the 10 most powerful trends that I believe will determine the champions in 2016. So the first trend is that the world is turning to women to solve the problems that men caused. So Janet Yellen, head of the US Federal Reserve, Hillary Clinton, the next president of the United States, Angela Merkel, Germany's chancellor, Christine Lagarde, Managing Director, International Monetary Fund, and Malala Yousafzai, the youngest ever Nobel Prize winner and global girls' education champion, are just a few. Wherever women are in charge, things seem to turn out right in the end. It's a way of thinking that is tough-minded, yet inclusive and collaborative. So no matter what your gender, the future is increasingly feminine, and that is a prettier prospect than the alternative. The second trend is that the global economy will be low growth to no growth. China is slowing down. Emerging markets are being submerged. The richest economies are losing their oomph, and the poorer countries are falling further behind, not catching up. Low commodity prices will continue to weigh down the people already carrying the heaviest burden. So the bottom line is that success is all about adding unique value to commodities, whatever they might be. 2016 will be an all or nothing environment. If you are stuck in the middle, you will get run over. The third trend is that the world is consolidating. Scalability is the path to power. From tech to pharmaceuticals to insurance to retail, mega is becoming giga. As Napoleon said 200 years ago, God is on the side of the big battalions. So no matter how small you are, align yourself with the big guns. Scale your offering through Amazon or Apple. There's always an app for that. There's a crowdfunder somewhere. Amplify your resources by sharing them on Airbnb, LinkedIn, or YouTube. Make the most of your talent by aligning yourself with the best talent out there. Do your research. Find a freelancer or low-cost, high-quality alternative to your current option. Leverage other people's hunger to make yourself stronger, and stay hungry yourself. The fourth trend is that the world is migrating. Never in the post-war era has the world seen so many people forced out of their homes by conflict and oppression. 10 years ago, the UN Refugee Agency counted some 38 million displaced people. Now there are about 60 million. The number will keep rising in 2016, and the rivers of humanity will keep flowing towards Europe and North America. This trend will encourage all of us to think across boundaries, both cultural and geographic. It will continually remind us that we are all just 1 degree removed from somebody else. And most importantly, it will offer us opportunities to be part of a global community where everyone is a citizen. The 5th trend is that trust is plummeting. According to the Global Edelman Trust Barometer, for the first time in 15 years, half the countries surveyed have fallen into the distruster category. That's where the overall level of trust in government, business, media, and the NGOs has fallen below 50%. The United States is at 52% and Canada is at 53%. Here are just a few reasons why suspicion is becoming our default position. The deception at Volkswagen leading to a recall of 11 million cars. The cybercrime tsunami and alarming theft of personal data from large databases. The FIFA bribery scandal. The exchange rate manipulation by the world's major banks. The fear-mongering by Donald Trump. The aftershocks of the financial market meltdown, and the list goes on. Trust is at a tipping point. Conversely, skepticism is surging. So in 2016, we are all going to have to work very hard for other people's trust, and then we are going to have to guard it like the crown jewel that it is. The 6th trend is that temporary is the new permanent. The workplace is growing older and younger at the same time. Boomers in North America are retiring at the rate of 10,000 a day, while the first wave of Generation Z, also known as post-millennials born around 1995, enter the workforce. Millennials are rapidly moving into management positions, and they value flexibility, freedom, and fairness. But working doesn't just mean having a job. Technology, mobility, sharing platforms, and a nomadic mindset are accelerating the gig economy, where you complete a project, start a business, pop up a store, and move on. Every day is an experiment. Trying new things will be a basic survival skill. Becoming a professional shapeshifter will be your most important qualification. So the 7th trend is that functional is the new fashion. Beauty is about being beneficial. Utility is sexy. It cannot just look good, it must make you good. So wearables will grow exponentially in 2016. And I'm not just talking about watches. I'm talking about apparel that enhances your well-being wherever you are. From Apple to Canada Goose to Converse to Under Armour to Kit and Ace, the message is that clothing and accessories will set you free to live your best life. We are all becoming humanoids, a hybrid of human and machine that amplifies our reach and capacity. So reach for anything that arms you with the extra edge. In a hyper-forward world, every fraction counts. The 8th trend is that food is becoming healthier. Organics are going mainstream. No high fructose corn syrup, no trans fats, less salt, sugar, and fats. We are more aware than ever of what we are putting into our bodies. The supermarket aisles are bursting with offerings of power foods and nutraceuticals, foods that heal us. So I am on a regimen of flaxseed, oat bran, barbecued salmon, curried lentils, and multiple portions of fresh fruit and vegetables every single day. Along with millions of others, I am resisting the siren call of nutri-narcotics. Those are the foods that satisfy our cravings but clog up our arteries. The 9th trend is that the population is aging, but their mindset isn't. Over the past decade, the 45 to 64-year-old population grew almost a third to 90 million. and now makes up almost 30% of the total North American population. In the next 30 years, it will double. Older people as a percentage of the population is growing fast. We are living longer, but we are also living younger. Forever young is the mantra of anyone over 40. And Monica Bellucci is the poster girl for this trend. In the newest Bond movie, she is the oldest Bond girl ever at 51. And I might add, the sexiest. So live as though you are in your 20s and 30s while you apply all the wisdom that you've gained in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Just don't say, I'm too old for this. So it's all up to you now. The 10th trend is the surge in personal engagement. It is the passion for a purpose that inspires you to be audacious and activist for a cause that matters to you. Your soapbox has gone global. Reach is within reach. So choose your platforms, choose your networks, choose your communities, and make some noise. When you communicate your cause, you find out what really matters to you. You also find out whether you can influence others to take action. And influence others you must. Otherwise, you are giving others all the power to decide how you and the people closest to you should live. And you can start by telling me. So those are the 10 trends that will determine the champions in 2016. Leverage them to maximize your impact and share your ideas with me. Let's play together to make 2016 a champion year.